What's up, guys? Boondocks here, and today I'm going to be showing my support Siren build. And she's a lot of fun just playing support. I'm first going to show how she's can get played single player with this build, which is highly not recommended because why would you play a support build by yourself? But I want to show that you can still kill enemies and basically how she would still function if you were to say get separated from your group while in a matchmaking party. That being said, let's go through it. Since she's support, she's obviously going to be coming down through the Harmony tree the most, since it has the most supporting abilities. As you know, Phase Lock itself is a great support ability since it removes an enemy from combat and does a decent amount of damage to him. So, we then take Sweet Release. Whenever an enemy dies that you have Phase Locked, then 10 life orbs are created. Each life orb restores up to 15% of your health. And these track down your friendlies. The issue with this is that there's a time delay between when you kill the enemy and when the life orb actually reaches you. So if you're getting shot at from other enemies, there's a chance you could get downed. And if you're in the down state when those life orbs get to you, they do shit. But whatever. There you have it. Just make sure you don't get downed or none of your friendlies are downed after you kill your phase lock target. We then move on to Wreck. Wreck's damage. It's awesome. One of the best abilities in the game for when you have an enemy phase locked. It's just devastating. And you're going to have enemies phase locked for a long time. So Wreck is very effective. Even with only having a 30% increase in damage, why the hell wouldn't you take it? Plus the fire rate is nasty. And the fire rate can actually help you with restoration. Restoration increases maximum health and converts 60% of the damage you do into healing. You could actually take points out of this if you want, because 60% is very excessive with this class mod. The reason it's excessive is the amount of damage you do at higher levels well surpasses the amount of life that another character has. If you don't believe me, try dueling someone sometime. Pretty much as soon as you drop someone's shield, they are dead on the dirt. But I'm probably going to actually take some points out of here just for that reason, and either toss it into Mind's Eye for damage or sustenance to ensure my continued survival. Elated, just really good with phase lock, and it definitely scales very well with another ability which I'll show you momentarily, because that 10% regen each second. So 10% per second, and that's total health, not current health. So it would take 10 seconds to get to full health. Makes complete sense, right? And I'll show you why that becomes very effective later. Then we have sustenance. You constantly regen health. End statement. You don't need that many points in here. Honestly, I only put one in because why the hell not? It already has the +5 bonus from my legendary nurse class mod, so it's just extra healing for myself. And because the way that I run my support Siren, I'm always gonna be taking health damage. I have no real shield, so it's just beneficial. And then life tap. I just always have loved life tap, and that 6% heal up is devastating. And then the real reason why support Sirens are nasty is Scorn. Having that 18% massive slag is devastating. It will slag absolutely everything. And even though the cooldown's a little bit long, and if you've watched my other Siren video, you'd think, why not just use Ruin on your 9-second cooldown or 8-second cooldown, whatever the hell it is, and just keep slagging enemies like that. You can throw it out twice as much. True. I like Scorn, though, because it seems like it's a guaranteed slag, whereas Ruin, there's a chance of slagging. Scorn seems like it's a guaranteed slag. And not only that, it seems like it's a super slag. Like, whoever gets slagged stays that way for almost 3 times as long as normal. I love the ability, and I wish I didn't have to go all the way down through this tree every single time. Just like I wish I didn't have to go get Ruin at the bottom of the Cataclysm tree putting points into this bullshit. what you gonna do? Then we go over to our motion tree. Sorry about that. So, accelerate. Put the 5 points into there because ward is totally worthless with the way that I play my support. But suspension, on the other hand, is amazing. This is what goes extremely well with elated, because suspension adds 5 seconds to your phase lock. So now not only can you do more wreck damage each time, ensure that you kill the enemy for sweet release to proc, but you gain 5 seconds. If you didn't know, phase lock itself is 5 seconds, and now we're getting it onto another 5 seconds, so that's 10 seconds, which is the exact amount of time you need for elated to completely heal every person on your team. That is awesome. So, those two together ensure that you will constantly have your teammates up to full as long as you're able to phase lock enemies. Because if that's not getting them up to full, because your enemies are dying, and sweet release is proccing, and then you're getting healed anyway. I then take Fleet. Fleet is why I actually like the Siren as probably one of my favorite classes, just because if you want, you can move around ridiculously fast every time. All you need is a Rough Rider shield and a Breakneck Banshee mod, and you're off to the races. So I take it, especially since this game I'm going to use nothing but Rough Rider. Converge, because just being able to displace your enemies is cool, and you can group them up for other people's skills like Zero's Bore or the Psycho's massive AoE damage. Pretty much everybody in the game likes it when all your enemies are clustered together, so why not? Then I take Quicken, because I want my cooldowns as fast as possible as usual. In fact, you can drop your Siren Nurse class mod in favor of other class mods that reduce your team cooldown rates, if you want to go that route. I personally choose the Nurse route just because it seems more interesting to me, and it's much more defined role. When people see that you're a nurse, they don't expect you to be pumping out the damage. They expect you to get them from dying, which you do. And as always, skip subsequence. For the love of God, skip subsequence. It seems like it would be an awesome ability, but it is one of the worst in the game. In the grand scheme of things, having 10 seconds between suspension and the normal phase lock, having 10 seconds of it active every time, and then it bouncing around to other enemies, so that way you can get multiple kills for increased sweet releases, and a guaranteed 10 seconds up of elated every time, seems awesome. Plus you'd have this constant wreck going. Unfortunately, the way it works is subsequence hits walls and gets stuck on boxes. I've seen it get stuck in the floor before and just roll back and forth like a goddamn bowling ball. And when it's not actually affecting an enemy, you can say goodbye to all your abilities. Yeah, you're not going to be able to kill another enemy and gain this extra increase for sweet release. If you read rec, it says while you have an enemy phase locked. That doesn't fucking help you when the thing's stuck in the floor. Or how about here? Elated, while you have an enemy phase locked. Again, it's in the floor. The enemies are running around looking at this goddamn thing and going, what the fuck is that? Ignore that ability. It is worthless. It seems like a great idea, and it can be, assuming they're all stacked up. I just had someone join. I should have put this on free mode. But then we look over here real quick. Foresight, increased mag size. That's just to help you get up when you're down. Why the fuck not? More damage to other enemies while phase locked. And you got your Reaper extra damage. Pretty much there's nothing else you can really add to it. And then I take my shotguns to do damage to enemies. And also be able to heal friends as needed. Norfleet to get you up. Double penetrating to kill enemies quicker as it's needed. Rough Rider, because of the damage reduction, increased health, and that constant zero shield means that you'll constantly have fleet. These I'm going to swap out later for a type O negative to ensure that you're always healed up yourself. Just more cooldown reduction, and the nurse class mod, of course. So here we go. This might actually work out, depending on how this teammate does here. Whether or not I need to actually res them. And I'm actually not sure how much damage they put out themselves. This is set on OP8 because there's no reason to have OP8 gear and not play on OP8. That just seems stupid to me. But, alright, I died, not a big deal. Just phase lock the next enemy I see. Oh my god, do I hate that little bastard sometimes with his fucking, hey, I'm gonna shield you right up, buddy, don't worry, I'm here for you. And then you lose your fleet. It's a lot worse when you're playing as a Zero or a Krieg and you need your shield down. The next thing you know, you have Death Trap come over. Max out your shield, just like he's trying right there, ignoring the enemies, because I don't know why they didn't try to work around that when it came time to actually make the game, like programming-wise. They should have seen it as an issue. Instead, they just dumbed down Death Trap's AI, making him just rush at enemies and then come back and try to heal you. So I'm gonna shoot them up real quick. If you notice, they were this person was dying, and then all I had to do is shoot her real fast, and boom, right back up to full health, almost like it was nothing. And I'm gonna get hurt right here. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Come on. Should have had that reloaded before. My bad. Whatever. This build is really just fun for fucking around and going with groups. And this really is just a PvP style game. Or not PvP, it's a cooperative style game. So if you're not playing with other people, then you're doing it wrong. This game is so much more fun when you're with other people. That's why I like playing the Siren. She's just enjoyable with others. Oh shit. Oh yes, here's the slag. Boom, mass slag on all enemies. Look at them get slagged. You don't even have to really try. You see how long they're staying slagged? That's what I'm talking about. You never see that typically. Typically, they're already off their slag and moving on to try to kill the next person. But no, with this, you're good to go. Oh man, I'm gonna get downed again. I don't know where my macro went, but it happens. Not a big deal. See, that's part of the issue though, because of the current way I have this set up. If I'm not the one that's getting the kills, it's hard to self-heal. Okay, automatic backup. That's why she is so much fun. That time I threw it directly at this guy, because why the hell not? Or he was the only enemy around. Just keep a phase lock. If you look, the cooldown on phase lock is still really low, even with it being, you know, set for a without any of the actual cooldown reduction abilities other than my relic. So just shoot her real quick and boom, she's healed right the fuck up. Boom. As long as you're phase locking enemies, you can heal yourself. 100% health. I want to put a typo negative grenade on this character as well, so that way it's just a little bit extra health if I'm trying to retreat or something. Just throw out maybe either a homing or a longbow. Then I'll have even more guaranteed health restore. Boom. I took a bunch of damage straight to the face, but not a big deal.
Let's do it.
Oh, wrong button to hit. The one issue with Scorn that I have is it's sometimes hard to tell when it's available or not. Oh shit, see, like right there, I did not mean to hit that person. I meant to get my teammate up. Shouldn't be a big issue though. I'm just going to wait and then get her up. And heal her up. Right like that. So it's a pretty straightforward build. All you have to do is keep your teammates alive. At person said they lagged out, which is why they died. Could have been an excuse, and I don't really care. But just throw out your scorn as much as possible to keep enemies slagged, phase locked, you and the rest of your team alive. Just enjoy yourself. It's made to be fun playing co-op. There's very few co-op games out there, at least co-op like this, where you can jump in and out of anybody's game and just enjoy yourself. Boom, she's down. So just try to get over, insta up, and then just shoot. Try to get him back up to full life. There, full life. The reason I like to use the interfacer, or even other guns like conference call, is because while you're shooting an enemy, you still have a chance to shoot any other close range friendly targets and actually heal them. So because of that, it just seems a little bit devastating to me as a choice. Boom, insta-slagged.
Enough.
I don't know what the fuck's killing him.
Let's get you up.
Screw it. That's faster. Anyway, that's my support Siren. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.